I'm going to just hand over to Jadal. I've done a test. It is the same evening still. It is still nighttime. You guys are exhausted. So you will have to decide. I'm not going to hold your hands. This is open Middle Earth to you guys. And if you guys make a wrong choice, I'm going to leave you with that choice. So tonight you're on your own.
Oh no.
So you guys are exhausted, and you've just formed a bit of a brother sort of bond, defeating this warg. So let me just see something quickly. I'll do this over here. It'll be easier. One moment. Yep. Grab this. So I'm going to go under campaign content, under our last PlayStation. I did post our last audio journal, so that is under campaign content.
Yeah, I had to listen to that. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man. Alright, so... okay, so that doesn't want to do that, so I'm going to try something else. Alright, so Jadal, you turn over, and...
Oh, that's Galanthia.
yeah, so Galanthia's pulled back his hood. Correct me if I'm wrong. At any stage, as the GM, I'm going to narrate some things that involve your characters. If you feel it's out of your character's personality, you can say, no, I want to keep my hood on. But just for the sake of this introduction and to move the game along, I'm going to just say that you guys, Galanthia does reveal that he's an elf to Jadal. So you guys are going to... You're acquainted now. That first session was to get you guys acquainted, so...
Nice.
Galanthia pops his hood back, and I would say that's what's transpired between the game sessions, because I actually never want to take over your character, so I'll say that's transpired between the game sessions. Maybe that'll give me some narration, narrative freedom. So since your last session, he's pulled his hood back, and you got to see that who this elf is, and you guys exchanged some words. So there's now an opportunity for you guys to take Fellowship Focus. Fellowship Focus is where you nominate somebody in the party, and that party is somebody that you are trying to sort of look after. So obviously in a two-man party, it's easy, you just nominate each other. If you choose, you don't have to do this. Would you guys like to nominate each other for your Fellowship Focus?
Yeah, most certainly.
Mark?
And is that your sketch, Mark?
That is Mark's drawing. That is Mark's...
Yeah, that is phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So that's Mark's skillful drawing of Galanthia.
That's great. I'll do a sketch. I'll do a sketch of Jadal, but it'll be a stick figure where one of the arms is a little bit too long, and the perspective is totally off, man. Like
that'll work.
You know perspective, so that means you're good. We'll expect great things. You said the word perspective, so now we're like, okay, this guy knows his anatomy. He knows everything. Composition, he's done.
I know all of it. Man, I've been reading comics for like 40 odd years, so I know all of this stuff.
Is this has Jadal been reading comics, or has Brett been reading comics?
Brett's been reading comics. Jadal's been drawing stuff on bark. These little one-image
in orc blood.
Yeah. Orc blood, exactly.
All right.
I love it. Yeah,
so Mark,
the arc side.
Yeah, Mark, excellent drawing. Well done for even asking, because a lot of times in game sessions, the easiest thing to do is obviously to use the game's content, which I do. But Mark and myself will be putting in some drawings of characters when we have a chance, because Mark and we do illustrations. We are part of the same game studio. And we also do...
you are, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we do also part of the same art club where we do art studies every Sunday. So you will see some of Mark and my own drawings coming through. We'll try to go that route instead of just pulling random Google image stuff. But if it comes to that, I will pull in random Google stuff. But for now, the game's content and Mark and myself, I think we'll have enough visuals to hold the campaign.
Oh man, that's amazing! You guys rock.
Wow.
Cheers,
Really well
bro.
done, Mark. Really well done. All right, so So
Oliver, can you
yeah.
can you explain about the fellowship focus thing? What
So
was-
help me out here, Brett. But basically, okay, I've missed. I'm just gonna do this quickly. I'm gonna go to campaign content, and there's drawing. All right, so fellowship focus. I don't know if I posted it previously, but fellowship focus. I'm gonna pull up the stats now and just drop it on the campaign content window. All right. You'll be able to see pretty quickly what it is.
Yeah, it essentially gives more fellowship points for various actions and travelling and that, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's perks. Okay.
Next copy there.
Okay. Alright, so that's page 81 is just talking about it. It doesn't really give us too much. I believe 132 goes into it. I'll tell you now. Okay. Okay. So here's the meat of it. I'll post it quickly. Got some good Brie music playing in my ears right now. Just zoom in.
Sorry guys, you gotta bear with me. All these terms, man.
Well, the reality
Still,
is that
yeah.
I can't tell it you
I'm
off the
still-
cuff means I also
man,
don't
that's
know it
cool.
either. I don't know it that well to be able to cite the rules. We're all just gonna. I want to put it in. I can't remember where did I.
Learning
Yeah.
fun.
Yep. All right. So basically, a year you can recover 1 point of hope at the end of a session if your fellowship focus didn't become wounded. That doesn't mean they didn't get injured. A wound is when an enemy strikes you and they manage to pierce your armor. Then you get a wound. If you get 2 wounds, you go unconscious. So if your fellowship focus, basically Jadal, wasn't wounded, poisoned, or made miserable, or any other miscellaneous stuff, you get 1 point of hope at the end of each session. Like last week was a session, but you guys weren't
Yes.
fellowship yet. A character also gains 1 point of shadow at the end of the session if the focus was wounded, or 3 points if he was killed. So you can see that you have an invested interest to protect your fellowship focus. Does that make sense, Mark? So basically, if you look after Jadal and you protect him and you try to make sure that he doesn't get wounded, not injured, but if you try and you're going to try to do that anyways, but now you've got a reason to do that, because if he does get wounded, you get a point of shadow, like despair, at the end of the session. So it's actually a negative thing. When he gets wounded, you should in many ways be like upset about it, because you know you're going to get a point of shadow at the end of the session.
You know how... yeah, the way to think about it is, you know how Sam would get really upset when Frodo was fatigued, like when Frodo was feeling the effects of the ring, or when he got attacked by Shelob and that sort of thing. That's what the fellowship focus is. So you know, you've got that bond with a person to the point where your empathy is so much that you'll feel their pain.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
you'll suffer when they suffer. So if you're able to protect them, then you feel more hopeful and you feel more self-confident being able to protect this person that you care about, basically.
Okay.
Does that make sense, man?
Yep.
And at the same
Cool.
time, if say Galante ever, what was it? If you ever protect him using hope, if you ever protect Jadal using hope, so I'll give you an example. So here's an example. But if you ever use hope so you make a roll, but then you also use hope to protect him. You automatically recover that hope if it was to protect your fellowship focus. So it's a bond. It's a bond, and there's game mechanics behind that bond.
Okay.
Okay, so if you use
It's a
craft,
way to sort of... Yeah, it's a way to introduce the whole Legolas and Gimli type
exactly.
thing, or Merry and Pippin, like Sam. You know, the Fellowship always breaks down into dyads, and it's just reflecting that pretty much.
So if Jadal was, like in this example, Jadal was held captive, and you came there and you used the craft roll, which is what they use to pick a lock. You use craft to break or pick the lock, and you have to use this point of hope because you maybe didn't meet the target number. But that hope is for free. You get it for free because it's to help out your friend. You've got amplitude, plenty hope to spare to help your friend.
Okay.
Gotcha. So it's just thematic game mechanics. All right. So do you guys your fellowship focus. Your fellowship focus has been done. So you're choosing each other unless anyone objects. And then you also have a fellowship pool. So you get a point of fellowship points, which is shared hope. So you currently have your personal hope, but then you also have a shared hope pool. And that shared hope pool has got 2 points in it. It's 1 point per party member. So you have a shared hope pool and you have a personal hope pool. And you can take from that hope pool if you want to, but you ask each other. But if Jadal says, no, I need that hope next, and you decide to take it anyways, you can, it's within your right, but then you get a point of shadow, if I understand correctly. So it comes at a cost.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So we'll help you as we go through these things. But that's the gist of it. So you guys are, if I can continue to explain. So you guys form a party from this exchange. You're welcome to... I'm setting the stage for this, but in this narrative explanation, because it's involving your characters, you can tell me if you do not want to be in a party with Jadal, or Jadal doesn't want to be with Galantha. But essentially, you guys could, hopefully between your last session and this session, I'll fill in the blanks that you guys have seen you've got a common cause, that Galantha wants to find this high elf, and at the same time Jadal wants to get the letter translated, but the letter 1 of 3.
Yes.
But you guys know where the other 2 letters are, so are you gonna assist each other? Are you gonna go and aid each other and find other letters, or go or just go straight to the high elf and get your bow repaired, and you're not concerned with the letters? You're just like, I couldn't care about the letters. I'm going to hand over to you guys now. So Brett, how are you going to respond to you guys? I'm going to let you guys engage, and in this engage, you guys can decide if you're a party or not. So over to you, Jadal.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. So Jadal will approach Galanthia a few minutes after everything has happened and things have started to calm down a little. I'll introduce myself as Jadal. They call me the Swift. I'm a Bjorning of the Carrick. I'm here to represent Bjorn in the area. I understand, I can see that you're an amazing fighter, and I understand that you are also looking for a high elf to assist you with your quest. Is that right? Am I understanding that right?
Yep. That's correct. Yep.
Well, Bjorn has always said that all creatures, including us, work together better in a pack rather than individually. So should we work together as a 2-person pack and help each other on our quests? I would be honoured to travel with someone as accomplished as you if you would have me join your pack.
Cool. So
Excellent.
So Galanthir... Oh, okay. Sorry.
Go
So Galanthir... Alright, so Galanthir is still sitting down in his room, and he sees this...
So you guys are still downstairs at this point. So you've just slayed the warg,
Oh,
and,
okay, so,
and
alright.
Butterbird's told you guys you can
Yeah,
take the top
that's
room.
what I was thinking,
We're picking
yeah.
up straight
Okay.
from. We're picking up
Yes.
straight. So basically, what's the other chap? His name's Percy. He's still basically kicking the warg down the steps right now.
Yes.
Okay, alright, gotcha,
He's
gotcha.
still taking it down, yeah.
Wrong scene. Alright, so...
Yes.
Line, please.
So-
Line, please.
Cool. Alright, so Galanthea grabbed a seat and he looks at this tall Bjorning, and Galanthea is still nursing this bad wound that he got from the warg fight. And then after the Bjorning talked, Galanthea, who's naturally untrusting, looked at his wound again and realized that, hey, this Bjorning just helped him take out the vicious warg, and he thinks that, hey, I could use this big guy to help me with my quest. So painfully Galanthea stood up, nods his head, and then says yes to a partnership with the Bjorning.
Okay. So you
Jadal
guys
will
have...
smile, and
Yeah.
I'll offer some of the honey cakes that I have, and I do have a level in healing, so I might even say, would you like me to look at that? I can sometimes help people when they're injured.
Yep. So Galanthea just simply let out a smirk and realize and politely refuses and tells him elves can heal over time, so don't worry about it. And
Okay, I haven't seen that happen before.
It's
That's
not-
is it
amazing.
true? Is it true, lore-wise?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I
Is it-
believe
is it
elves.
true
Yeah,
lore-wise
yeah,
elves
it is,
can
yeah,
heal?
yeah.
Al-
Oh, okay,
elves,
okay,
I
good.
think,
Yeah.
I think they are in most their senses and abilities are heightened, and they don't, from
Yeah.
my understanding, their lifespan isn't capped like a human is, but they can die from
That's right.
mortal wounds or fatal wounds. To use that
Yes.
term rather. They can.
But they do heal a lot more quickly, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
And
Yeah,
just
they do that sort of... Yeah, because they do that sort of meditation thing even as they're walking and stuff, they can go into this like meditative sort of state and dwell on another level, and that allows them to heal and to rest and to do all of that sort of cool stuff, yeah.
And as
all
far
right.
as mechanics goes, I believe healing is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe healing is mainly used for removing wounds. So Mark hasn't got a wound;
Yeah.
he's just got an injury.
No.
His endurance has been
injured, yeah.
endurance has been taken down. So basically, the elf is like essentially just telling you that it's not so bad. It sucks, but it's not that bad, and
It's
I'll
a
take care of it.
scratch.
Yeah.
It's a scratch for you.
All right. So
That's cool. And I'll
yep. So
I'll share the sorry,
Go
I'll
for it.
share the honey cakes as well. That allows us to increase our fellowship rating by 1, so we will have 3 points in our fellowship pool rather than
brilliant.
just the 2.
So you guys
Where
can
do I-
put, you can put that
Where
on
do I
your sheet.
update that?
There
Where
should
do
be
I
a
update that?
spot on your sheet for fellowship.
Yeah, it's on the back. If you've got it 2-sided, it'll be on the back.
It's that same.
Okay, yeah.
That
So
same
it's
stuff.
0 at the moment.
Yeah, it'll have fellowship.
So just pop
Yeah.
3 in there, and then later on you can put in your fellowship focus. You can say there, Jadal. But you don't have to worry about
Okay.
that right now.
So I'll pop 3 here.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So the you guys can decide what's going to happen now, because you have noticed the music's playing and stuff, but people are making their way out. Obviously, the disturbance with the warg has had quite a few people leave. The music's try to, they try to keep things going, but it actually comes to that point of the evening where it is getting late, and most of the people are leaving. So Percy's already finished up mopping all the black blood from the floor. He's got his lemon scent in there. He's got the place smelling good again. He's closed the front doors. He's latched it, and he's basically approached you guys saying, you know, we're going to close for the night. I will be at the front desk in case you guys need to leave. But essentially, you know, just come chat to me. And he's like the concierge. He'll let you guys out. He just doesn't want any unwelcome guests just, you know, walking in there and sort of just loitering around. So he locks it for the night, and he says, you guys, you know, do you guys want to, before he locks it, he says, you guys want to go out, or are you going to go up to your rooms? He tells you your separate rooms up in the second floor, and you guys can choose to step out or go up to your rooms.
I'm happy to just go to our rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are going to
recover after the...
Exactly.
Likewise, yeah.
So you guys are going to be recovering from your battle, so that's a good move.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spell it out to you guys, but that is the right choice.
Call it a night. Call it a night.
Alright, so I'm going to...
Exactly. Yep.
So essentially this is...
We don't have it in us to party after that. All of that stuff.
Alright, so yeah, you can see what you can recover. So it hasn't been 30 minutes after battle, so you guys are going to go straight to resting. So a night's sleep will help you recover, if you're uninjured, 2 endurance plus whatever your heart rating is. So what's your heart rating, Mark? On your sheet, I'll actually have a look at...
it's 3. Hearts is 3.
So I'll pull up your sheet anyways. It'd be good for me to have it there on the side. And then I'll open up Jadal's. So you get to recover 5. You can't go past your maximum endurance. So how much... Let me see what's your endurance looking like. So you currently on 7 endurance, is that
Yep.
Yep. And
Current 7.
And you can go 19, right? Yeah, your starting's 19. So you can recover 5, because your heart's 3. So you can recover 5. So if you like, you guys, I can permit you guys to just sit around and rest for a bit. So that's going to give you guys your basic heart rating. So that's 3. So you guys are going to get 3 automatically, because about a half an hour before you guys go rest anyways. So you're going to get your basic 3 heart back, 3 endurance, and mark you up to 10.
Yep.
So I'll pull up, where's your... There we go. Jadal, your character, did he not suffer any harm in the battle? I think we might have lost
I don't think he did.
Suffered?
Did you? I don't think he took any...
He suffered... No. No, I didn't. No.
Okay. Alright, so you
lucky.
recovering doesn't really do much, but you just rest a bit there. The Spearnings,
That's okay.
pretty much ready for round 2, but he's going to go lie down.
Oh, yeah, of course. I've been travelling for so long.
I
need to have a break.
It has been a long road. Alright, so Mark, you guys have agreed that you guys want to rest.
Yeah.
So you walk into your rooms. I'm going to pull up that... scroll up to the map of the Prancing Pony. So you guys, Percy's told you guys you can grab any of the number 4 rooms on the top floor. So can you recall what rooms you grabbed there, Jadal? I think you did nominate a room last time or not? No, you didn't. I think it wrapped up when Butterbur said you can grab the rooms on the top, and he said he told you where you guys can get the letters from.
That's right.
So he told you which people have the other letters, and he told you to grab a room. So nominate a room quickly, Jadal.
I'm happy to run.
Any number 4 on first floor.
So the number
there's actually second floor as well.
First floor,
There's second floor as well.
So we'll take the first floor. So the number 4, that is right next. So it's above
And Mark can grab a different room.
the window
Totally
in
separate.
the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that the there's the arced window there, first floor, and there's that the first floor,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So if you look on the top right hand side, it says north. Can you see that where it says the
Yep.
north arrow? The top right of the floor plan?
Yeah. Yep.
So not the
Yep.
north side, but
Yep.
the south,
No.
west side? The west
So
side of the
that'll be
building.
The west side, yep, and we'll
Yep.
go in 1, 2, 3. We'll make it 4. A smaller room with the windows, perfect.
Alright.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, just next to the big room with the
Yes,
sort
yes,
of
yes.
couple of windows.
Yeah, alright. So you sitting over there. Mark,
Yeah.
which room do you want to take? 'Cause you guys got your own separate rooms.
Okay, so I'm heading upstairs like with a limp and thinking, oh man, I'm gonna hear this Bjorning snore. so,
Like a bear. Like a bear.
Best, yeah, best
Yes, yes, you will.
Best to take the second floor.
Okay, where on the second floor? Any number 4 you can
Second
take.
floor at the 9th, near the staircase.
Okay, there's 2 next to the 9th. So is it on the left of the left of the passage or the right of the passage? Looking the top down. So as you're sitting now, looking at the map, is the
Yeah,
left
yeah.
number 4 or the right number 4 down that corridor? But there's
No, there's if you look at second floor, towards the north, there's like 9s there, right?
yeah, and there's 2 4s on either side.
There's 2 4s on either side. No, I'll on the left side.
On the left side. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
And number 9 near the staircase.
Okay. Got it. Got it. So it's on the north side of the building, number 4. There's 2 blank rooms underneath you.
Yep.
Who knows what you can use that for? They have not nominated. Would you like to make that the first thing you do to see what's in those rooms, Mark?
Huh? What? What?
There's 2 empty rooms. There's no mention of what's in those rooms. Would you like to go in there and see what's in there? Would you like to?
No, I couldn't be bothered.
Okay, all right. So you guys, the Bjorning chooses probably the smallest room on the layout, and he kind of has to squeeze through the doorway.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
And he's like basically scruffing and scratching up all the woodwork as he's kind of like, he's literally forcing himself there. Even hears the wood bow and crack a little bit as he punches through there. He puts his bag sort of on top of this chest of drawers, and he looks around. There's no way for him to put his boots. So 10 to 1, his boots are sitting in the front of his door, outside the room, and he climbs in the bed, and the thing creaks and cracks and actually bursts at the seams, and it breaks. So he's just lying on his back.
Yep.
You want to role play that or explain that a little bit there, Jadal?
Yeah. So I'm not used to being inside, and there are times where while I'm traveling, I've pretty much just laid under a tree or hidden in a hollow of a large tree or something like that. So I'm kind of thinking this is a fancier large hole in a tree. So I'm happy. So he sort of ruffles in, and the breaking bed, he sort of goes, oh yeah, that's okay. It's a little bit uncomfortable, which is what he's used to. So after a little bit of squirming around and everything, he manages to find a spot where he can just lay his head straight back.
He prefers being on the ground. Anyways.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, that's what he's used to. This bed thing is really strange.
So he's right at home. It
It's
was,
not the most cultured.
maybe he broke the bed on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe you broke it on purpose. All right.
Well, yeah, I won't admit to that, but yeah.
All right. So Galantho walks into this very spacious room. He's got more space than he needs. He's got space to spare, so there's even 2 chests of drawers there. He puts his things there. The broken bow and the rest of his belongings just go on the chest of drawers. And you guys just make yourself at home. Galantho will just sort of You don't even hear the wood creak when he walks in the door. You don't hear any shuffling. It's just dead silent as he just lays on the bed. You don't even hear the sheets crink from him lying on there. They don't ruffle. It's just silence.
Yep.
Complete contrast to
Yes.
Jadal.
Can I roleplay that one?
Please
Can I-
do.
can-
That I'm going to hand over to you. Go for it.
It.
All right. So, Galanthir placed his things, his boots, and went on to lie on the bed. And then he hears this loud smash on the first floor, and he's like, he opens his eyes, stood up, crossed his legs, and decided to just like meditate and concentrate on healing that wound. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm just doing a check here
Very
quickly. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to do another check quick. Okay, just bear with me, guys.
Oh yeah, and not like 10 minutes after he can hear a loud snore, because the elf has an acute hearing.
Oh no, that's even.
Yeah, so
So it's
I can hear
cranked
them.
from low rumble to jet engine.
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done on my side.
Love it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys, you fall into this, before you guys fall into sleep, you hear a couple of the other patrons, they haven't kind of settled down yet. And before you went into your slumber, you heard some of them just complaining of just restless nights and not feeling themselves and actually feeling a bit sick, but they can't actually place it, and most of them are feeling it. They feel like they're suffering a bit from something. Something ails them. Let me have a look here.
Just as I drink.
So, so basically, most of them are just very wearisome and a bit depressed. And you just hear this kind of conversation in the Prancing Pony, you know, as your eyes close and as you drift off. And you can feel you've been sleeping for a few hours. But you wake up to this screech, like this eerie screech of it sounds like something that's both being aggressive and being mutilated at the same time. And this dual screech, and it's a female screech. It's just, it makes your skin crawl, and I just want to have you guys do something quickly. I won't do that to you guys just yet. But you wake up and you get out of you sit up, and there's actually just like the windows are icy cold, and they almost look a bit frozen on the sides, and your breath coming out of your mouth is you can just see that the air is icy cold, and there's a thin layer of fog within the Prancing Pony, just hanging over the floor. As you put your feet down, the fog just sort of curls and sways and just blows off to the sides as your feet have just entered the fog. Mark, Jadal, what would you like to do? It's probably about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, probably 2 in the morning. Yeah, 2 a.m.
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, so since like I said, like the elf has a more acute sense of hearing, so he notices um, the like what's going on at the moment, and um, he puts on his shoes, takes a hold of his knife, and
He's got a... yeah, never mind. Carry on.
oh, okay,
Okay, okay.
his knife, and slowly sneaks down the stairs and check what's going on.
Okay, so if you want to sneak down the stairs, you're going to have to do a roll for me, please.
Oh, right.
So you're going to have to do a stealth roll for me, please. So that's 1d12, and then you're going to have to roll your stealth rating. Oh, what rating have you got in stealth? I can check it for you.
Oh, by the way,
You got
Oliver,
2 in stealth.
by the way, I haven't updated my endurance. Do I add 3, right? So it's
3
currently
and
7.
then 5, so you're 15.
Oh, okay, so it's 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So my stealth
Is 2. So you're gonna roll. We're gonna use that same roll that we used previously. I'll go. So it's forward roll. What did we use last time? Was it forward slash or backslash? Roll forward slash.
backslash roll.
Backslash roll and then 2. I think it's forward slash roll 2, by the way.
Oh no, it is forward slash. Yeah.
Forward slash roll 2. What you get, Mark? The target number's 14.
Okay. 14?
That's right. You don't have to worry
Okay.
about that, but that's what you're trying to beat.
Okay.
Oh!
Look at that.
Good job. So that's a regular success. Would you like to describe that action to us? What does Galantha do with that success? We know you're trying to sneak, but could you explain how that sneak transpires?
Oh, okay.
Explain the action. So you're going downstairs. You can't change the
Going
action, but you can just
downstairs.
describe how that happens.
Yeah, like slowly goes downstairs. No one hears a thing because elves are like very light and nimble, and slowly traverses down. The elf still felt the cold air surrounding, and slowly peeks. And I can't describe what's next. I don't know. Shall I?
So you've made your way downstairs from the second floor to the first floor.
I have successfully made the Galantha has successfully made it downstairs.
Okay, cool. All right. Jadal, what would you like to do?
Okay. So the scream isn't like the sound of any normal animal that Jadal would be aware of. It's not a bear, it's not a wolf, it's not even a warg. It's nothing I've heard before.
That probably would be awareness, or it would be lore. Would it be lore or hunting or awareness? You get to choose, and you must choose which skill you want to use, and then Mark, according to the rules, Mark can say if it's right or wrong, but as a GM I'll help you guys to make the right choice. So what common skill would you like to roll?
I'll run with hunting. I have hunted animals before, and I'm just aware of their spoor and how they sound and that sort of thing.
Okay, so you want to do a hunting. Hunting, I don't know if hunting is to help you actually catch something.
Actually, that's to hunt. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's weird.
So your mic keeps getting covered up. Just FYI, your mic's covering up. I don't know what's covering your mic. You're covering your mic with something.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
That's better.
Is that better now?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you probably want to use
some sort of law.
So
I think law that I would have heard.
I think it would be law.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got Anduin law, so if it's a type of creature that I would have heard whilst I'm travelling about in the Anduin, then it's
go for it. So do you?
That. Yeah, that's cool.
Do you want to? So that
ends up being...
so you automatic success because you've got. Have you got is that a trait?
Yeah, I've got Anduin law, so
you've got that
so
trait?
is it something that I've heard?
Yeah. So
yeah, I do. Yeah.
So that's an automatic success. So
nice.
You are welcome to take. No, you don't. You don't get a. What do they call those points again? anyways, a skill point.
Oh, yeah, like an advancement point?
Advancement.
Yeah, no, I don't get a skill point. No,
You get an advancement point when you use that action. You use a trait
and
to
you successfully roll.
on a successful roll. Yeah. All right. So basically, you can safely discern that this sounds like humanoid. It sounds like a person, but it almost sounds ghostly. It doesn't sound like a creature. It actually sounds like something that of human form. Okay. Would you like to make a movement there, Jadal? Yep.
Yes, I will. Just... it can't be stealthy because...
You can try. You got stealth, but I don't know if you got... How many points you got in stealth? You got 0? No,
No, I don't have anything in stealth. I've got it in
well,
search.
way to go there, Bjorn.
Yeah. That's okay.
No stealth at all.
What I will do...
Play into your character, man. Brilliant.
I'll still listen. I'll open the door and just sort of stick my head out and see if I can discern exactly where the sound is coming from, so I know where it is that I need to try and get.
Okay, so that would be an explore? Would that be an explore that you want to do? You're exploring the area just to hear? Or would that be...
or awareness?
Awareness, explore, or search. So yeah. You want to use awareness? Go for
I'm
it.
happy to
I think
run with
awareness
explore,
is good.
because that's... Yeah, awareness probably works best, doesn't it? So...
Yeah, go for it. So you got 2 in awareness, so... /roll 2. Target number's 14.
Wow.
Oh, neat as well.
Look at that.
Oh, with the Gandalf.
So you got an automatic success. Brilliant. So
Yes.
you poke your head through the door. You can explain this. Do you want to just talk us through that action, and then I'll tell you the results of it.
Yeah. So I poke my head through the door and listening, but also I'm not quite sniffing it out like a dog would, but I'm preternaturally still, and the only thing that's moving is my head ever so slightly as I try to use my ears almost like a radar to pick up, what direction is that coming from? Where do I need to go? And I lock in on an area, and all my focus then is on that particular area.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Just putting on. Just one moment. Okay. All right. So you guys hear a bit of this eerie flute being played. So the screaming has subsided. You can't really hear that anymore. It's what woke you, but you can't actually hear it at the moment. And but you do hear this eerie flute playing. So you guys are currently you notice that all the other patrons are asleep, and they almost, as you go past their Galantha, as you went past their rooms, and as Jadal stuck his head out the door, you can hear quivering and anguish. So they're deep in sleep, but it's almost as if their very essence, their life, has been sucked from them.
Oh wow.
So for some strange reason, the two of you are awake. You hear this loud banging on the front of the Prancing Pony's entrance door. Like really, like the lock is rattling as someone's banging on that door. Alright, so Galantha, over to you.
Loud banging.
Yeah, someone's knocking.
Right. So, Galanthir reached out for a quiver on his back and forgot that he doesn't have his bow with him. So he let out a sigh and continued to like sneak closer to the door. You can still hear it banging really loud, and he thinks like, what is this, like, I don't know, what is this like darkness or thing going on? He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't have an idea what it is. So it's more like the curious side of him wants to see what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you going to open the door? Are you going to go look at it? What's your
I
action?
have that option. Oh.
Yeah, you can.
No.
You got a movement
No,
action. You've got a sort of observation action. What do you want to do?
No, so are there people downstairs, just to clarify, or no? So it's just a street, right?
So far, it seems like you haven't made any effort to locate Jadal. Jadal's made no effort to locate you. So as far as you know, you're the only person awake, and everyone else is in pain and anguish, in deep sleep.
Okay.
So you've really got a choice to make. What you want to do. Do you want to go upstairs to go check out how Jadal's doing? You want to go downstairs, open the door? You want to run out the back door?
Elves are like pretty more like shall I or I mean, Galanthir has learned a lesson of being too careless, being too offensive. So this time he does more observing. Yep. So Galanthir didn't open the door and just continues, like listening.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
I'm just having a look at something quickly. Yeah, of course it's going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay. So you want to listen. So you're welcome to use also awareness roll if you want to listen to maybe you can hear some voices or something. Do you want to do an awareness roll?
Yeah. So can I roll an awareness?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
So you'll just check your awareness is currently 3. So it's /roll 3. Target number is 14.
/roll 3. Oh yeah.
Guys, you rolled a 1.
That's pretty fortunate.
You guys are doing well. All right. So
that's a solid.
So
Okay.
so you hear what sounds like this real gruff voice, but it almost sounds dwarven, and he's kind of telling somebody, get off man, I'll handle this, let me knock. And then you hear this real pompous voice just saying, like, out of my way, you're doing it wrong. That's all you hear. So do you want to add anything to that description other than I won't provide you any more game content, but do you want to add any more to the description? What does Galanthir do once he hears those things? Like what do you perceive?
So Galanthir, having heard that, having heard those voices outside, he, how do you unsheaths? Places his knife back on his sheath.
Okay.
And then the cocky side of him thinks that I don't think this is an immediate threat. So Galanthir decide to walk and open the door.
Okay.
Why are you laughing? Oh boy.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
That's the most evil. Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, that's an evil GM laugh.
It is. I love it.
Okay, so
man.
Jadal. So Mark, what was your action? You sheathed your blade, or were you going to do something? You said you went up to the
No.
door. You said you went up to the door. I heard you, right?
Yeah.
You're like, no.
No. Like
Oh, this is
I
brilliant.
placed my knife back in my sheath.
And you approached the door?
Yeah, I approached the door and opened it.
That's the important part.
Yeah, I opened the door. Am I gonna regret this?
You have one eye left, right? Only one eye. Just checking. Okay.
They're just pompous dwarves. You'll be right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so before we reveal what happens there, Jadal, do you want to do anything? You still got your excuse the word, but big fat head sticking out the corridor, listening, sniffing around like a bear.
I do, listening. I am, yeah. And given that I can't hear any screaming, the eerie flute thing just is bizarre and I do not understand it. As soon as I hear the banging on the door, I understand that something's going on. So I'll head downstairs, just sort of stand halfway down or at the bottom of the stairs and just wait and see what's going on. If I can see Galanthir from the bottom of the stairs, then I just sort of whisper to him, "What's going on?"
Okay. So do you want to just do a stealth roll just to see how effectively that whisper was?
Yeah, no problem.
He's gonna wake the entire inn.
So you got 0 stealth. So
Yeah, that's right.
it's backslash
zero.
roll.
Oh, it's just zero roll.
Just backslash roll.
Just roll. That's it. Yeah. It's a stage whisper, all right.
that ain't no whisper.
Brent,
No, not at
your
all.
character is so on cue.
growl.
Like he's so on
Yeah.
cue. He's like probably the
Yeah.
perfect Bjorning if I've ever
Yeah.
seen one. You making Bjorn proud.
He's
my
doing
friend.
well, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
You're really playing it to character, and the dice are just singing the same.
The
tune.
dice is
Oh yeah, they're
cooperating.
working perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is so thematic. All right, so you can describe from this, but essentially the action of this is you try to actually go you describe this, Jadal. Go for it.
I come down the stairs, be quiet, but creaking on every step. And when I get to the bottom of the stairs and I see Galanthir, I try to drop my voice and be as... But I whisper in a very loud stage whisper, "What's going on? Shh! Can you see anything?" And it sounds quiet to my ears, but probably loud to everybody else.
Oh boy.
So essentially, what Jadal thinks is what's going on? It's like, hey, what's going on? It's like this
Yeah.
deep, like
Yeah,
this
exactly.
booming bass. It's just
Yeah,
basically
there's no indoor voice. at all.
no. He's just all bass, and
Yeah.
so basically, Galanthir is at the door, and he's already unlatched it. As he turns around, and you got Jadal, just making this ruckus, and the doors swing open, knocking Galanthir clean back. You're welcome to... I just want to see something quickly, just to see what your reaction time is there, Galanthir. So you could probably do an athletics roll for me, just to see how you respond to that
Athletics
doors
work, yeah,
flinging
yeah.
over. So your athletics is
okay.
3. So backslash roll 3.
Okay. Let's see. What's the target?
14.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Oh. Nice.
Oh, dude, that's wicked.
And you got a Tengwan rune, so you get to add a point of a skill point to your athletics is movement. So go to your sheet and add 1 point of skill point under movement. I've highlighted it there for you. Just go. I don't know if you can see me highlighting things on your sheet.
No,
Okay,
I don't.
but just under movement, add a 1 there.
On the first 0?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Yeah. So
I think you put it on the second 0. We'll save the first 0 for when you guys add a trait to an already successful roll. So when you use a trait on a already successful roll, we'll add the skill point to the first 0. Then a great success is the second 0, and extraordinary success is the third 0. So all right. So you do manage to just. You want to explain how this elf evades this door flying open?
Once Galanthir opened the door burst open, and Galanthir quickly did like a double backflip away, and then readies his knife.
Okay. So
and looks at the individuals.
Yeah. So what you thought was you unlocking the door was not what unlocked the door. What unlocked the door was this massive axe flying through the lock, shattering the doors, and knocking you back. But you do a flip, and you actually land on the counter, and you look next to you, and there is Percy sitting completely entranced in the sleep, but being kind of suffocated and sucked dry of his life. As you see Percy just lying on the floor there by the counter, the front concierge desk, and you actually see these two, this person holding the axe. Where are we? There we go. So holding the axe, you see this character. So he's in an absolute frenzy, and
that's Oliver's art, by the way. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's Oliver's art now.
Yeah, that's Oliver's, man.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Thanks, bro.
you guys are both incredible.
Cheers.
So he basically splinters the door open, and this just wood flying, and he's axe, and he's just like not in a good way. He looks terrified. And he actually gets pulled back. Someone's pulling him on his shoulder, so that because they want to get him to the door before he does, and pulling on him is this hobbit.
He's awesome. Now he definitely wants to be home, just chilling out, having 17 for dinner. Look at him, he's great.
Hairy, got the hairy hands.
I try.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I try to capture the hobbit.
Triple chins. That's awesome.
So this real pompous guy just pulls the dwarf on his butt and scurries through the prancing pony and is making his way. I just want to see here quickly. Is there a back door to the prancing pony? I don't see any other exits. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can really get out. There is actually they see. Yes, there is. There is on the ground floor. Between on the north side, by number 4 and 12 and 9, there's a room there, and that room actually has a door into a courtyard.
Yeah, that does have a door.
And
yes, it does.
And by the front common room, number 1, there's also behind the concierge desk, the welcome desk. There's a kind of like a trash door where you can just go throw your trash out the back door of most restaurants, and there's a staircase. So there's like an alley, and there's stables up towards the east side. So the Hobbit, I'm going to say that the let's have a look quickly. I'm going to just give so the Hobbit basically beelines as he comes from that door towards the back of the concierge desk, but then he sees that Galantha is sitting on the desk, so then he actually scurries up that passages right above number 1. So there's a little thin corridor door that either goes upstairs or you can turn right, and he starts scurrying up along those passages all the way up towards where we were just discussing now, that there's a little passage there, but he doesn't know that's there yet. So he was going to beeline and try to make his way out that door behind the front desk, but now he's going up along the passages. Are you guys familiar with the passage I'm talking about? There's a very pale passage running up through the left-hand side of that that drawing. Mark, are you following?
Yeah.
So if you look at the map, you've got the Prancing Pony map. On the ground floor, there's like right by the entrance. There you can see there's the front desk on the right-hand side of the entrance.
Yeah.
And behind the front desk there's a pale passage running up, and then to your left, and then up again. That Hobbit is scurrying. He's round and a little bit plumpy, but he's got speed on him. He's got speed that very, very fast. Like a rabbit. He's moving. And
he's heading towards the pantry. Pantry's not far, so
and
you can just smell the food, man.
And the dwarf is just like kind of just cussing under his breath at that darn Hobbit, like he's going to wring his neck, and gets up and makes his way towards following that Hobbit. So what do you guys want to do?
You want to go first, Judo?
Yeah, I'm standing at the bottom of the stairs, and I've just sort of come out. I will... How far behind the Hobbit is the dwarf? Is he immediately behind, or is it possible that I could be following the Hobbit while the dwarf follows me?
The Hobbit's got
I just go straight after the Hobbit.
The Hobbit's got a good head start.
Okay, so what I'll do is when I see the Hobbit sort of disappearing, I will basically just go following him to see where he's going, and not really paying attention to the dwarf. I figured that Galantha's there, and elves and dwarves I've heard aren't the best of friends, so they might be able to sort each other out while I go and see what this little fat dude's up to. I haven't seen a Hobbit before, really, so I want to see what this little fat bloke's up to. A little fat child. It's really weird. And he's hairy. What the...
Oh, legend. Alright, nice. Galantha, anything from your side?
So, grasping my knife tightly, grasping his knife tightly, Galantha stared at the dwarf, and the dwarf let out like a big, how do you call this?
You can't control the dwarf.
I can't control the dwarf, okay.
No.
So
and the dwarf is running after the Hobbit, he's not standing still.
So is it the dwarf's axe that opened the door?
It is. He's pulled himself off the floor, and he's already kind of like rolling towards the Hobbit down the passages.
Alright, so the elf is still pretty much confused what's going on, so he immediately asked the dwarf, what's your purpose and why did you bust the door open?
Okay, so I'm going to go to make both you guys do a roll quickly. So Jadal, can you do an athletics roll to see if you can catch up with that Hobbit?
Oh, this would be interesting.
Yeah, this will be lots of fun.
Nope. Just backslash roll space 3.
Space 3?
Oh yeah, there's no space. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Oh, good man.
Okay, so you failed
Oh
the Hobbit. You can spend hope if you want to try to catch that Hobbit.
Yeah, well, athletics is favoured, so I will spend hope. Knock that back from 13. How does the favoured thing work again? I get to add
I'll tell you now. Alright.
favoured skill number,
Yeah,
don't
so
I?
you're doing athletics, so you get to add body, but you get to add 10 to your roll, but you must spend 1 hope point. So minus 1 hope point,
that's
you
right.
get
So
18.
it becomes... Yeah, and it becomes an 18, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'll do, yeah. I'll spend that hope, because I'm just a fat child that's hairy. I've never seen that before. Well, Bjorn's kids are hairy, but they're not as fat as this bloke, so I don't know what's going on. I want to chase this thing down.
Okay. All right, so you managed to. You want to explain how you catch up to this hairy child? This seriously overweight hairy child.
Yeah, so he might be really fast over a short distance, but I'm used to just running for days and days.
Yeah.
So I know that, okay, he might be zooming down this corridor, but I know just how fast to run so that by the time he gets to, I don't know, maybe 20 meters or so running around, I will have caught him. I'm used to running down creatures and things when I'm with him, so this fat child's just another creature. And I'm chasing after him, and I'm going to catch him and run him down.
Okay. So Jadal reaches out, so he's got a reach advantage, and essentially he also managed to as the Hobbit is making his way and dodging and diving because he doesn't know the layout of the prancing pony as well as he would like in that moment, and he's frantic, and he's just like kind of just like saying bother and like cussing at the building, and he's just like it's everybody else's fault, and he can't believe that this is happening to him, and so he comes zooming past you, and you just reach out your hand and you grab his cloak, and his legs keep going but his head stays where it is.
Perfect.
And
Awesome.
Mark tries to speak to the dwarf, but the dwarf's not standing still. So, Mark, you're going to have to do something, a test for me, just to see how successful you are at getting that dwarf's attention. What can we do? Are you gonna? I don't have it all. Oh, I guess it could be athletics again, because you're gonna try to reach him, or if it's persuade, I guess you're gonna try to persuade him to stop running. Let's see how persuading your elf words are, because you were saying lofty sentences as this dwarf who's like puffing at his mouth is just rolling past you. So let's see how persuasive those elegant words are to cause him to stop running after that hobbit.
So the dwarf also chased the hobbit? Is that what you said?
The dwarf was running after the hobbit.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's chasing
But
after the hobbit as
make
well.
a roll for me on persuade. For me, your persuade is
So he basically
0.
avoided my question. He basically
Well, you
avoided
don't
my
know
question.
yet. You're gonna have to roll on that. So it's just the / rolls nothing.
Ah, okay.
At the moment, he just wants to run and
Ah, okay. /roll.
Scooby-Doo.
All right,
Oh.
you fail that. So that
No.
that dwarf has not stopped for you, and
Okay.
he actually comes flying past and he tackles that hobbit, ripping that cloak. So where Jadal was holding a cloak
Whoa.
and a hobbit, now he's just holding a torn cloak. There's no more hanging hobbit there. And can you both just do? I'm gonna ask you guys to do something now for me. Surprisingly, let's see. All right, so rolled ability, fear. All right, so you guys are gonna have to do a fear test for me, because something in the room this chaos, there was something about it that made you guys feel safe because there was more people with you. You weren't alone. You're not the only ones awake. And strangely enough, it's the other two patrons or residents of Breeland or Bree that have the other letters that Butterbur mentioned. There is the pompous dwarf. He actually gave you his name. His name's Gormadok Brownlock. Is it,
Yes.
I think it's Gormadok Brownlock. That's it. And at the same time there is Vidar, the 22-year-old dwarf. And these guys grow beards fast, man. If you think of a teenager that maybe starts sprouting a nice thick beard a little bit before his friends, you've seen nothing on these dwarves. Like, this dwarf has got a full-on mane around him, and he's only 22. All right, so you guys, you're gonna have to do a fear check because that temporary feeling of safety is just stripped from you as this presence comes over you of fear. So we need to do a fear test, and I'm going to just do this quickly and post it for you guys. There's a hot burst.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's Valor, isn't it?
Yeah. So how does that work? So you're rolling. What do you roll there? So you're rolling for fear. So that's your valor. So do you roll? How does that work?
So it's the feat die. So it's the feat die plus the number of die you have in Valor.
Okay.
And if you spend a hope point, you can add your heart attribute if need be.
All right. So I'm gonna just let Jadal go first here. So I'm having a look at your sheet. So you got 1 in valor. So you get to
roll
backslash roll 1. Yeah.
Yep.
12.
No, you got to beat 14.
So you're gonna
I'll
want to
spend
spend
a
hope. Just remember to minus your
Yeah,
hope when you
please.
spend it, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing that. And I'll add my heart of 5, so that becomes 17.
So you
Seven.
pass. All right. So you
Yeah.
passed the fear test. Mark, do a fear test for
Yeah.
me. So that.
So where is it?
So that's your valor. Where is your valor is 2. So backslash roll 2. So you're trying to beat the target number of 14.
Okay. Oh,
10. You want to
10?
spend hope? Do you have hope to spend?
current 0. Oh no.
Why would?
That's okay. Use
So-
one of the fellowship one. Use one of the fellowship points.
And just by the way, you guys did rest a little bit. So, but it wasn't a full night. So what I say.
It wasn't a full night yet.
Effects of a night sleep. So you guys didn't get a full night. So yeah. So you want to use the fellowship one, all right?
Yeah.
You can choose to do that or not. Your choice.
No, I want to get to 14. So
Okay.
shall I use the fellowship?
Yeah. So -1. Both of you must -1 from your fellowship pool.
So it's gonna be fellowship 2 now.
2. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
And you
Okay.
get to add your heart
Heart, where's
rating,
heart?
which is 3.
So it's 3.
You still don't make it, my friend. So you're not going to spend that. Both put your thing back to 3, please. You're not spending it's not going to do anything for you.
Okay.
Put it back to 3 for you, bro.
Oh man.
So Mark has been
Okay.
struck with fears. Mark, do you want to maybe role play that?
So while Galanthir was oh, sorry, can you narrate quickly the scene again?
Sure. So you guys
It-
you were woken by this eerie screech. And
Yeah.
there was this hazy slight fog on the floor of the prancing pony, and everyone else seems to be in somewhat of like a trance. They deep sleep, but they in anguish. And so you heard the screech, and now there's this eerie flute in the distance.
Yeah.
And your breath is all cold, and now you've come downstairs, and there was this fright that they knocked the door open and stuff. But since the dwarf and the hobbit came into the scene, and Jadal came down the stairs, you're feeling not so alone. But that moment of not feeling so alone was torn from you as this wave of fear came over you. Do you want to explain what that fear is like?
So Galanthir is essentially also chasing the dwarf.
With your words.
Oh, okay.
You're chasing him
right,
with
sorry.
your words.
All right. Okay. I'll rephrase it. So Galanthir chased the dwarf because the dwarf just ran past and didn't answer Galanthir's question. So Galanthir chased after the dwarf. The dwarf caught up with the hobbit. He saw. Galanthir also saw the Bjorning was there, and suddenly, while he was chasing the dwarf, there's like a quick flashback, just like like some sort of light explode, and Galanthir immediately saw a glimpse of his sister, telling him like, be careful with your life, or why are you doing this? You should be protecting yourself, not always chasing on something perilous.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So while Galanthir is his past fears seem to come back to him, his past failures grip him to the point that now, Mark, there's a game mechanic that's going to happen. Is basically you are daunted and may not spend hope while you're suffering fear, and I'll let you know once the fear is lifted. But you're under terror right now, okay? So you can't spend hope anymore, okay? Because you've failed, and for some odd reason, this dark presence has brought all your old insecurities to the forefront, kind of making you doubt yourself, and you look up and you stare into the face of this creature as its hooves slowly just clop into the entrance of the prancing pony. And there's an image there I put there for you guys.
Yeah.
Is this like a ghoul?
It's a spectre. So
A spectre?
A ghost.
Oh.
Very much like a wife or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so so you guys are sitting in a situation where you have all these moving components on the table. You've got the other two patrons that have letters as well. You've got the high elf at the watchtower that can potentially fix Galanthir's bow, but also translate the letters. You've got the rest of the patrons of the prancing pony who are completely entranced, and you've got this ghost, this spectre that is just come upon you. So you guys are gonna have to do a battle roll for me now, because the dwarf and the hobbit are long gone down the passage. Their scuffle has led them elsewhere, and they've been beating each other down the passage. They're no longer in your presence. You are facing this thing. So it's you and Jadal are facing this ghost, this spectre. Can you do a battle roll for me, please, both of you? So battle roll, was that just a... Oh, you have to do a battle check. So Mark, can you just do a battle check for me? So on your sheet, your battle is 2. So it's /roll 2 for you, Mark.
/roll 2.
So while you're doing that, and then, okay, so you passed that, Mark. So you get, and you got a rune. So does he get more than 1 point if he gets a rune there, Brett? I can't remember. He's got a great success. Brett? You there, Brett? We might have lost Brett. Brett's rolling. Brett, your mic's off, my friend.
Brett, we can't hear you.
We'll wait for him to figure that out. I'll do a check quickly for a battle. Common skill 88. Just want to check how. Nope, that's not what I want. You still can't hear you, Brett.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My headset just died on me, but okay, good.
So
Now
I
I'm
can't
back on
remember
this,
what
so-
the battle roll, if you get a great success, if you get an additional dice or not.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So it basically, you survey the scene, and it means it's essentially a hope.
Yeah, but does he?
An
You get extra
roll,
dice.
but-
You get extra dice. Yeah, but
Yeah, it doesn't count as hope though. Yeah, you
but
do.
he's got a great success. Does he get 2 dice?
Yeah, you get 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Mark, just make
Yeah,
sure
that
you
is
just
great.
on a piece of paper or
Yeah, nice
mentally.
work.
I'll also write you that you've got. Let's say, two. 2 dice. All right, Jadal, you want to do your battle roll for me, please?
Yeah, I rolled. I only got a 6. I'm not very good
Okay.
at this battle.
Okay. So essentially the creature is translucent. It's horse and its rider. And the horse's hair, the rider's cloak and his beard, everything almost looks like he's in water. The way the hair is kind of just moved by, like it's an invisible current. It's weightless. So everything, it literally looks like he's underwater as he approaches you. So unfortunately you guys don't have a big enough party to flee from this combat. And you guys have found yourself caught in combat yet again. You have not managed to evade this. You've essentially
He's gone.
Galantha went straight to the front door and opened it. Or basically he opened it and the axe opened it, but you guys have walked straight into this. You tried to be stealthy, but the series of events led you basically like fish in a barrel, like bullseye into this like white. All right, so
Okay.
when there's combat, how do we determine who has initiative? I can't remember what we did last time with the Warg. We're hitting a bit of a blank. I'm going to try to look up initiative again.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So essentially, you do the whole ambush type. So you could say that we have been
Surprised, but
ambushed. Yeah, surprise. In which case he goes first, and then we act pretty much in order of battle or athletics. It would make sense to be battle in this case. So he would go first, then Galantha, and then finally Jadal.
yeah. Okay. So do we want to do a roll to see who gets the initiative? Because there's a roll for that's roll for combat advantages. So we just decide.
Yeah, that's right.
Determine initiative. Usually determined by the events leading up to the combat. Okay. All right. We'll give this. Look here. End of the day, this thing walked in, and you guys were kind of distracted by the scuffle, and Mark's kind of experiencing intense trauma at the moment. And
That's what I'm thinking. It makes sense that we've been ambushed. Hey?
yeah, and Jadal's holding his handkerchief in his hand there. He's holding the handkerchief.
Exactly. So now I've got this. I've ripped off this kid's cloak, and I'm thinking, what the?
Alright. Quick question.
Okay.
Jadal, did you bring any weapon with you from your room?
No, I just came in to see what was going on. So
Galantha, did you bring your sword with you?
Yep.
You brought your dagger, my friend.
I
You grabbed your dagger.
I was saying knife the entire time, so maybe
You were.
a knife.
It will be knife. I was making a mental note of that.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, dagger. Sorry.
yeah, so currently they don't really cover this, But for the first round of combat, I'm going to say that Jadal is making his way up to the room, and you are vulnerable for attack, but you can't defend. I mean, you can't retaliate, you can't counter. The next round of combat, you'll have recovered your sword or your axe. Mark, would you like to stand and fight with your dagger, or would you also like to make the same choice as Jadal and make your way to the room to try to get your sword instead? So you won't be able to attack, you won't be able to counter the first round, but you will be able to the next round.
Yeah, we could both retreat up the stairs to our rooms and make our stand on the stairs rather than...
You won't be able to fully retreat, but you'll be able to make your way to your weapons.
Okay. Since I am bringing the weapon with the lowest damage, Galanthir decided to just be defensive at the moment and just
You're not going to run up the stairs, okay? You're not going to run up the stairs? You're going to stand your ground?
No. I'm gonna run up the stairs and grab them.
I'm not standing there.
No. Yeah, there's two wraiths outside?
No, it's just the one on the horseback.
Just one? All right. Yeah.
That you can see. So you both can see that image, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just...
All right. Yeah.
All right. So first round of combat. Okay, I'll do the roll here. So it's /roll, and oops, that's not a bit. Oh, wonderful. Let me just change this. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do something for this character to. Okay, so I've homebrewed a character which I was planning on doing anyways, but I was hoping I could use a lot of the basic stats, but I had to just make a modifier. So I can see what he's got there. So what's that? Okay. So I just need to go back, pull that there, close that. Alright, so he's that roll hasn't succeeded, but I can spend a point of fate, which I shall. And then I add 4 to that, so that's 16. And it's a great success, because it's got a 21 rune there. So great success, does that do double damage, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so I am going to say that Galantha's closer, so he will be attacking Galantha first. Because Jadal is sort of there with the staircase with the Hobbit ran past, so let me just check the map quickly. Where is that staircase? We would have come down. Okay, so you guys would have come downstairs by number 2. So you guys, I'd just say that's where you guys. Where do you get down from?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Floor 1.
Yeah, because you kind of come down.
So
yeah.
You have to come down there above 3 and 10 on the
that's right.
south side. By 3 and 10 on the ground floor, you guys have to come down there. And you guys came... That's rather odd. So you have to come... There's no way you guys are on the other wing.
We could also go...
You're on the other wing, so you had to cross that alleyway and come in by the back doors where you entered. So I would say, because Galantha was in the front, but you both are around by the counter desk. But you are both by number 1, but Galantha was kind of leading the charge and, being willing to open the front door and let these characters in. So he's going to unfortunately receive the first attack. So Galantha, you're going to have to receive a double damage of 4 plus 4, so that's 8. Minus 8 from your endurance. And
Ow.
the edge on this weapon of his cruel spear is 9. What did he roll?
That doesn't sound
He
good.
rolled a 3, so he didn't get a piercing blow. Okay.
No, there's no piercing thing.
Alright.
So I have 15 at the moment for endurance. I'm gonna deduct this with
8.
8, so it's gonna be 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, dude.
Oh man.
I'm just letting you guys know that death is a possibility in the campaign, so brace yourself.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This is Middle Earth, man. Alright.
All in one night.
Yeah. So you guys are not making an attack back. You've gone upstairs, you've gathered your stuff, but how they attack this white as Galanta's standing there and basically shivering because he's having these flashbacks from seeing his daughter, his sister attacked and potentially slain, hopefully not, and he went through some torture and stuff, so he's suffering all that, and he didn't even try to dodge as the spear just went straight through his shoulder and pierced through his, it didn't pierce his armor, but like sort of sliced his arm and knocked him to the ground. So thankfully it didn't go straight through into his arm and like making that arm render it, injured. He didn't receive a wound, but it did gash him, it did cut him, it bruised him, and it injured him. It even like knocked his wind out the way, as hard as that rider thrust that into your shoulder. So yeah.
So do I see this happening before I go upstairs?
No, you both are making your way upstairs. So essentially, this impact, you already made your way upstairs, and this impact. The reason you are upstairs is because Galanta was kind of incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Yeah. Tongue-tied.
Yeah.
Incapacitated. Yeah. Is that now it's kind of woken you up, and with elf-like speed, you kind of like make your way up the stairs as you you're still suffering from fear and dread, but you've gained your composure and you've kind of made your way up the staircase, and this rider is not chasing after you guys, but you can't escape him. You realize that he's locked onto you, especially Galanta and Jadal as well. You guys are somewhat trapped, so he's followed you through the passageways up the staircase right above 3 and 10. So you've gone through the alley. You guys are fumbling down the stairs. Do you want to explain how that looks? You guys making your way to your room. Galantha first. Sorry, Jadal first.
Yeah.
Go Jadal.
Yeah. So Jadal has just scrambled up the stairs, realising that he's hopelessly outclassed with no weapons whatsoever. He races to the room, just grabs his axe and turns back to the top of the stairs, and now he's just waiting there in case he does decide to come up the stairs after him and Galanthir.
Yeah.
I'll look around and try to see if I can see Galanthir and even call out and see if Galanthir will hear me if I call out.
Cool. So I will even say that Jadal broke the staircase railing with his brute strength. He's just like kind of clawing his way up. His fingers even pierced the wall as he was moving up the wall and clawing up the wall, nearly, taking bear form, but still holding his human shape. Grabs his axe, and now he's ready for action. Galantha, do you want to explain how you're making your way through across that alley and up the stairs there above 3 and 10 on the south side of the building?
Yeah, so Galanthir felt that spear pierced his Left shoulder?
It didn't pierce, but it almost like dislocated it, but it clicked back. Yeah, it's a severe. It didn't pierce your armor, but it's done damage. Like your joints and your ligaments and your muscles.
Okay. It's more internal.
It's hurt you.
Damage.
Yeah, but you're not bleeding.
Yeah.
Your arm still works, but it's
Okay,
like
nice.
it's like a serious sports injury, man.
All right, got it. So he got his shoulder popped a bit. He's holding his shoulder, running towards his room, and then to just to make it clear, Galanthir is still in fear mode, right?
Yeah. So basically, thematically he's under fear, but also mechanically he can't roll hope for the whole duration of this combat. You could die.
Yeah. So
You're
there's
in
a
trouble.
bit of
So you guys, I didn't even give you guys the chance to choose your stances. So we will do that in the moment you guys get your weapons, we'll go into stances. So the current target number that I rolled for is 14, so I think that's open. But yeah, go for it. Keep role playing, and I'll tell you now.
Yep. So where was I? I was running. Galanthir was running towards his room because he immediately realized that this specter, wraith, or whatever is beyond his weapon that he's holding right now. So there's no way he can fight toe to toe with just a dagger on hand. So with fear and rage building on inside him at the same time, he finally grabs his. Shall I choose bow? Can I choose bow?
That bow's broken, my friend.
Oh, okay. So. Oh yeah. I forgot. So finally grabbed hold of his sword, and heard the Bjorning call out for Galanthir's name, and he went and met up with the Bjorning.
So you guys are standing. You guys are standing on the first floor, on the south side, right above the staircase, there between 4 and 10. Do you guys know where that is? It's on the right hand side, top right hand side. If you look at the first floor's building plan drawing, if you look on the right hand side, you've got your first floor, your second floor, your third floor. Right beneath your third floor, there's your staircase. You guys are standing there.
Okay.
Okay, between the 4 and the 10, you guys are standing with the staircase.
Okay.
Yep. So the when I attacked you, you were basically in open stance, Mark. When the white attacked you. So you guys are standing there. The white's gonna attack again. Do you want to choose your stances? Do you want to be forward, open, defensive, or rearward? Rearward doesn't really help anyone. You can kind of hide from the you can go defensive, Mark, which means you can still hurt him, but you won't be the target of his attack.
Can I choose that? I'll choose that.
Okay. And is that right? You can go defensive at any stage. Yeah, you can. You don't need a certain amount of people. Yes, Jadal?
No, you can. Jadal, seeing that Galanthir is good, will take a forward stance and will do everything he can.
Oh, here we go.
Dude.
I'm happy to take hits and that sort of thing. Protect my...
This might be a very sad episode.
Oh no!
This might be a sad one.
That's okay. It's okay. A noble death trying to protect a friend. That's okay.
Yeah.
Worst ways to go.
Okay. So you guys are standing there by the staircase, looking down the staircase. Just going to the map. And a hand comes through the window behind Galanthir, but for some odd reason, just I suppose Galanthir's kind of on the ground nursing his wounds. This attack, this bursting glass, goes right over you. and it goes for Jadal. And let's see if it does, if the attack lands. But essentially it's coming from outside. It didn't come up the staircase as you thought. So backslash roll.
Oh, Brett was out. Brett is disconnected.
Okay, we'll wait for him. Maybe he's like, stuff this, I'm not going to die tonight. I'm logging off. I ain't done that. You can't kill me if I'm not around.
So you rolled 12?
No, that was the previous one. Okay, so the target number for me, for this white, is 6. Can you hear us, Brett?
Yeah, I can, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Just keep...
Dude, it's the fog, man. It's the fog.
Oh, that's what it is. It's all evil. Damn it.
Yeah.
So he lands a great success on his attack. So he pulls you out
That's
by the
amazing.
window from the first floor. You land on your back on the ground, and he comes dropping down on you with his blade. So he's done. He didn't get a piercing shot, and the blade hits you straight in the gut. It doesn't pierce your armor. So he's pulled you from the staircase from behind. You didn't know, and he pulled you out of the building from the first floor. You land on the ground. Your wind is knocked out, and then he came down on top of you with his spear in your gut, but it didn't pierce you. But it's knocked, like, your wind is knocked out, and then he just kind of like sealed the deal and dropped his spear into your gut. So you're gonna have to take 8 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm down to...
Alright. So, considering your stances, you get to go first, Jadal. You in forward.
Yes. Alright. Yep, so that's a hit and a success.
There you go.
Okay.
So, if I do damage him, because I don't know whether my physical weapon's going to damage him.
Okay, so you don't have a great axe, eh? You have a regular axe? Or great axe?
Yeah, it's a regular axe. No, it's just a regular axe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so your edge is a Gandalf rune, so you didn't get edge. And your
That's
damage
right, I
is
didn't get
5, but you didn't do 10 damage.
Yep.
Oh, Mark. Yeah, just remember you've got 2 extra dice, eh, Mark? Alright, so I'm going to give this guy 10 damage, correct?
Yep.
Alright, how does that look, Jadal?
Okay, so pinned to the ground, I have my axe in hand, and because he's so close to me, he's kind of pinned me, but he hasn't managed to pierce my armor. So I do a sweep up with my axe and diagonally cut across him also, so that it kind of enters at the hip, exits at the shoulder, and just cuts across him. Perhaps a little bit of his form is disrupted a little as it kind of ripples. His body ripples as the axe passes through.
Nice. Yeah, man. And you hear a bit of a groan, but it's almost like it's coming from the sky, not from him. It's almost like his voice is in the skylight, and you just hear as he's like you've heard him, but his voice is all around. All right, Galantha, you wanna role play that and then do your roll for us?
All right.
I'm gonna just go considering time. You guys will just flag me on time. It'll be 9:10. How are you guys doing on time? What can we go till? 9:30?
Yeah, we could finish this encounter right here.
Brett?
Yeah, man, I'm happy to play. battle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to finish this
Yeah,
encounter.
I'm good.
So you guys got caught into a battle the second game too. So if you guys hadn't been caught into the battle, you guys would have been able to complete more of your quest. This battle
Yes.
will lead into you guys completing some of your quest. How that unfolds, so it's not a battle just for the sake of a battle. It means something.
This is a quest battle.
But it could, what it
Yeah,
can
that's
mean
right.
for you guys, how that unravels, can take you guys a longer route, a shorter route, a completely different path. You'll have to see what happens, but essentially this isn't you guys going from A to B, like, okay, let's go find the other guys, got the letters, let's go to the High Elf, get it translated, and get the bow repaired. Job done. You guys have not taken that route, that's not the route things have planned out. You guys went out but the front door.
Oh, that was my bad.
And that's all right.
You'll see- you'll
sometimes you have to take.
And it could, like I said, it could play out that you guys learn more things or take a shortcut. You just will have to see how these things plan out.
Alright.
All right. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to say, Mark, do a roll, and if it succeeds, then you can role play how that looks.
Okay. So is it just slash roll?
Backslash? No. So you are using a sword, not a long sword.
Yeah.
Your rating in sword is 3. So it's /3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yeah,
Isn't it 5?
Oh, sorry.
What do you...
No, 1. Sorry, that's your damage.
Oh.
You,
Oh, 1.
yeah, that's
Okay.
roll 1. You should have taken the 3.
Alright. Here we go. Oh.
Okay, you've got an extra dice. You want to use it? You can't use hope.
Yeah, use battle dice.
Can I?
No.
Alright.
Yeah, you can use the battle dice. Yeah.
I'm actually not... No,
So roll another.
I failed you guys. I reminded you about something I shouldn't. It's up to you to remember about that. So next time I'll keep my mouth shut.
No.
So
I was
roll.
there.
Roll.
1 again?
I think you can
Yeah.
do a D... No, hold on. Just 1 second.
You get to roll an extra dice,
I
an
just
extra
want to
DC.
see. I just want to see. What was it again? How do we do the Navi? If we do the roll incorrectly, I think it was /roll, and Navi will give us the /roll. How do we do the? How do we pull up the Navi's? There it is.
What the hell? Yeah,
Yeah. So.
it's backslash.
Mine a /bonus. Just do /bonus. Just type that in. /bonus.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry, because otherwise.
Cool. So you are sitting on a 13, and your target number in defense was 12. Ooh, cutting it close. And you can only spend 1 additional dice, I believe, at a time. You can't spend 2. So you are very lucky.
Yeah.
So you do succeed in doing damage, and your damage when your sword is 5. Is that correct? Yep. 5, and the edge rating is 10. So he takes 5 damage.
Ooh.
You want to roleplay that now?
Yes, so after seeing Jadal go down and he took a big swing and hit the enemy, the Spectre. Shall I call it a Spectre?
Spectre, White, Ghost, go for it.
Yeah. And Galanthir, even though with fear in him, he still managed to swing his sword pretty hard out of rage, and he clipped the Spectre, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I just want to say, I think you put 7 in your fatigue, where 7 should go in your shadow. All right to say? No, you should have 4 permanent shadow points at the moment, Mark.
4 shadow.
Just check your shadow points and just put 4 in your shadow there for me.
4 shadow.
Yeah, you got 4 shadow points.
When was this?
You did you did that fall through? So it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Because it was it wasn't a corruption. It was a fear test. My bad. Well done.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Sorry, it was. Yeah.
All right. So Mark, you got the white with your blade.
Yeah.
He's done 5 damage. Okay, so you both got to attack the white. The white's got to attack. So you both outside at this point, fighting outside. You can still hear the flute playing off in a distance. You can somewhat pinpoint its location, so you know where it's coming from. And while you're fighting this, you're busy fighting this white. You can hear some groans coming, almost like from a tunnel, or like an echoey sound coming from. Let me just check the map quickly. Nope, not there. Alright, so... yeah. And then there's 6. Okay, yeah. So... it's essentially coming from the south. From the south of the prancing pony. You can hear some sort of groans and cries coming from this sort of what sounds like a tunnel as this flute is playing. And you guys want to change your battle stances? You happy with the battle stances?
No, I'll run with open again.
Mark?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stay with the defensive one.
Okay. Alright, so this sort of ghost is going to make another attack. And it was... yep, backslash roll 2. Alright. Oh, okay. You're lucky it's not a piercing one, but it does hit, but it's just a regular hit, no regular success. So, he got all that noise around you in the vacuum of space and the starlights above you. Even the fog on the ground just kind of like pulled towards this ghost, kind of like it's sucked up by him as he launches forward with his blade and sort of strikes you dead center in your chest, but it doesn't pierce your armor. But he kind of like does this loud screech as he hits you. I'm going to just check something quickly. Oh, okay, cool. I've actually got it here. That's pretty handy. So you take, what is it? 4 damage. 4 endurance lost there, Jadal, with the pierce.
4, isn't it?
As the blade, the spear, just strikes you in the chest, as he kind of like brings his face right up to yours, and he's kind of like tilting it from side to side, as you can just see his sort of like rotten gums and his tainted flesh. And you can sort of still see Galantha behind him, Galantha's face as she's staring right through him. You can look into Galantha's eyes. All Alright, so that would be Jadal's move first because he's in forward.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Just to make absolutely sure I do smack this fella, I'm going to spend a hope to add my body attribute, just as an addition to the roll.
How do you do that? What ability does that?
In combat, if you spend a point of hope, you get to add your body score. So that's just +7 for me to whatever it is that I roll.
Okay, and you're not even going to check your roll, you're just going to do it up front?
I'll just do it up front, yeah, because I really want to make sure I hit him. So
Okay.
I'm happy just to say
But you
I'm
could
putting
roll,
everything I can.
you can get mechanic-wise. You don't have to. That's basically second edition rules where you have to roll up front. You can choose to do it. That's all good. But first edition allows you to choose if you want to do it.
Thematic.
Go for it, buddy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm going to be thematic and just say, you know what? I want to hit this guy.
Go for
My friend is hurt, and I just want to take this sucker down.
it.
Nice.
Oh. No, okay. You rolled 2 + 7. It doesn't
Didn't
work.
work. What have I done?
No, but you don't do
No.
2 + 7. You rolled.
So I just roll.
Just say roll 2. Roll 2. And then you +7. So you've definitely succeeded. And you got a great success, so you get to do double damage. So,
Oh, nice.
so your damage was again...
Take him out, big guy.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, and okay, so now what? And as well, so it does
10 damage.
it does my damage plus, because I've spent the point of hope, I get to add my regular damage rating, which is 7. So that's 17.
Why is... Sorry, help me out here. Why is that?
Oh no, hang on, sorry. No, you have to choose whether you want to add it to the hit or to the damage. Okay, no, that's all.
Can you do that? Can you spend hope to add damage to your attack? I don't know. I'll check into that.
Oh no. No, you can't. Hang on. Oh no. Okay. So when you do an attack roll and you get a success, you don't do double damage. You add the weapon damage plus whatever your body damage is. So rather than that being double damage 10, then it's 5 plus body damage of 7, which is 12.
So currently, because you got a great success, it should be 10 damage.
It should be 12.
No, 5 + 5, because you got an axe. So currently it's 5, and then because you got a great success, it's 5, and then you get another 5, so it's 10. You're saying there's a rule where you can spend hope to increase that?
No, my apologies. I thought there was, but
Okay.
no.
Well, we're happy to if you
No,
find
I'm
it.
just
If you
looking
find it,
now.
just give me a shout.
Yeah,
It's all good.
no.
But for now,
Yeah, will do. No, I'm just going through
Yeah.
and double checking, but no, that's all right. I was thinking of...
So
So yeah, that's 10 damage. That's cool.
yeah, so you essentially
Yeah,
you rolled super high. So just remember to battle, you guys. Have you guys got? Is this the first time you got a great success on damage? Or, no, your first attack also was a great success.
Yeah, the first one did.
So just remember on your
Yep.
sheet, oh, that's not a weapon, so you don't get anything. No skill points. for
No,
combat.
you don't. No, you
Okay,
don't.
but all right, so -10.
Sadly not.
All right,
Yeah.
your Lanther, do you want to do anything? Your attack.
Oh, so it's my turn. Okay. Can I?
And you've
Can I
used
just-
you've used the dice already. You've used one dice. You've got one left.
Right. Yeah, I'll just do an attack.
Okay. So your attack is roll 3. No, sorry, roll 1.
roll 1. Come on. Oh.
Yes.
So your target,
Yeah.
your target you were trying to get because of battle
What's
stances.
12?
Your battle stance is 12. It depends on where you're standing. The target number is 6 for Jadal, but it's 12 for you, and you passed that, and you got a great
12,
success. So you do double
Okay.
damage.
You got success.
You do double damage. You can roll
Oh, nice.
another 6 if you want to try to maybe get a second rune, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay, so just go backslash bonus.
5.
No.
5. Almost.
Almost true, yeah. Alright,
Oh,
so you do double damage on your sword, so that is 10.
So
You want
is
to
that like a...
describe that, because that is a killing blow.
That's a killing blow?
It's a killing blow.
Yeah.
Alright.
How does that look?
Okay. So... Oh no, I don't think Jadal has described his attack yet.
Well,
I
that
wanna
is
hear...
that's exactly it. You're going to describe your attack. It's a killing attack.
No, but prior to my attack, he didn't
He only attacks
describe.
one person at a time. You can't attack two.
No, that's okay. I was boring. I just did another slash across and hit him across the middle again, so he's sort of wavering.
Oh,
Now
sorry. I
it's ready
thought
for
you were
to
saying...
take down Galanthi.
Oh, sorry. I was
Ready
getting
for
your
you.
names mixed up. I thought Galanta was saying he hasn't described his attack yet. My bad.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
Alright.
No. It's all cool, man.
So, alright, so seeing as this wraith is sort of weakened, and surprisingly he's still on the horse, so he's a bit high. Galanthier dashed and kicked the one of the horse's knee or shin, and it bent backwards, and that made the wraith tilt on the side enough distance for me to just like slice his head off.
Beautiful. So essentially, Galanta kicks the horse's leg, that it buckles and leans forward, and as it leans forward with its rider, he swings his blade up and just lobs the head right off.
Yeah.
But the spirit kind of like dissipates, but laughs as it vaporizes.
Ooh.
And so you guys are still in this abandoned Bree. You guys are in Bree. You can still hear the flute music playing. It's still nighttime. You heard screams down what sounded like a tunnel. You've got the hobbit and the dwarf that are the only other two people that you know of that are awake. You don't know what's happening with the high elf and the high at the watchtower. So you've essentially got the watchtower, you've got the hobbit and the dwarfs, and you've got the flute and the screeching and the cries coming from what sounds like a tunnel. What would you guys like to do now, and then we'll wrap it up? Do you guys want to discuss it? Do you guys want to take do you want to rest for 30 minutes and recover your strength a little bit?
Yeah. So yeah, I think we will.
Yeah. We could like sit down and just like talk.
Yep. So while you
that's
guys
what I
are discussing, you're going to recover. So let's just pull up that recovery stats quickly.
Yeah.
So that is none of you guys got wounded. So you rest for 30 minutes. That's your heart score. So for Mark Galanta, you get to add 3 to your endurance. So you're back to 10.
Okay.
And that's 5 for you.
1, 5. So Jadal's back up to 2.
So you, Jadal, your endurance still looks the same. Your endurance hasn't dropped.
Yep.
Did none of the attacks...
No, I haven't. No, that time I did though. I haven't updated it on the thing. I don't know how. So what I'll do after the session is upload everything and do all of the changes that way.
Okay. So we can just help you out with that. So basically, if you've got the online doc...
Yeah, so I'm on 22.
So that document, that link, I'm going to just quickly post it quickly, just going to go campaign content. Yeah. So if you click on this doc, you should be able to edit it because you created it. Click on it. Go in that doc and then go and update. See if you can click around there. Yeah, I can see you moving around. You there by name.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so now my current is...
Have you bumped?
I have to hit share.
Yeah, undo that quickly. Undo what you just did, because you've just taken the structure out of whack there. So undo. Undo.
I'm not supposed to look at this document,
Keep
right?
undo.
Or...
No, it's fine. Okay. So there, just click on the
Oh, no, that's okay.
click on the 0 and just type in a number there, and then delete the 0 afterwards. So just put another number in. Just type in your full number. Don't do the highlight. Yeah, that's fine. Cool, it worked. So you've kept the structure there. All right. So is that your current endurance before you've added your body? Is that right? So you still got to add your body to that, or is that?
No, that's adding the body.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
That's including the body.
All right. Well, there you learned a new thing.
Yeah, I thought I had to hit share.
No.
Oh,
no.
cool. Okay, so it just updates it.
Yeah, and I can real
That's
time
awesome.
see what's going on. Yeah. So cool, man. All right. So you guys are sitting there chatting, and you need to just sort of discuss. I can explain that the Terror has left Galantha, taking the ghost's head off. Has lifted the terror and dread from him, and he's sort of back to himself. But both of you can still feel the hair, on the back of your neck still standing, but you've regained yourself. So you guys are just sitting there, out in the open, middle of the street, and discussing what you should be doing now. What's your plan of action? So you guys are by number 6 on that green map, right on the top of Welcome to Campaign 01 content. Campaign 01 content, the third map is of Bree. You guys are by number 6.
Okay.
And you heard a noise coming from the right of the map, which was south. The right of the map is south, the left of the map is north. You heard sort of the flute music coming from the right, and some
It's like flute music, isn't it?
yeah, some cries and screams and stuff also coming from. It sounds like a tunnel from that direction as well. And all you know that the hobbit and the dwarf could still be somewhere around the Bronson Brony. You don't know. And the high elf is by the watchtower at number 3. And do you guys? I'm not going to tell you. I've given you guys information about the high elf. If you guys picked up on one little clue, there is something important about him mentioned in the last session.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. But he's at the watchtower. He's at the watchtower. He might be at the watchtower. I'll leave it at that.
So essentially, I'm like Galanthir is chatting with Bjorning. He tells Jadal that we cannot linger here anymore. We need to find the dwarf, because there are like a couple of leads. But although Galanthir wants his bow to be fixed by the high elf, he also is now very curious on like unraveling this sequence of events. Like, where did these two creatures come from? Like, they just bust the door open, chase at each other. So maybe they will lead to something. And Galanthir is curious to know what Jadal thinks.
Jadal agrees. There's been lots of fighting and lots of people unusual. Given that we've had 2 battles in one, we probably should, as much as I'd like to figure out what the screen is, what's going on with this time, I don't think we're ready. We need someone to give us a bit of an idea of what. So maybe we could kill 2 birds with. Go to the elf.
She seems.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, as much as I would like to go and investigate, Jadal would like to investigate the tunnel, we've done a lot of fighting already, so we need to know what's going on. And also, if we could get Galanthea, if you can get your bow fixed, that gives us another option in combat as well. So perhaps we should go and see the elf at the watchtower so that he can fix your bow and give us an idea of what's going on.
Perfect. I like that.
What do you reckon?
I like that. All right, let's go with the. Let's go with the high elf first. We can go with the high elf first.
All right, cool, man.
Cool.
So we're going to call it a wrap on that.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Man, that's a wonderful episode, dude.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah.
So, your actions of this evening will then reflect and have a knock-on effect on the next event. So we'll see how your encounter with that white, what that means and how it plays out in your adventure.
Lots of questions.
Yeah. Very, very many.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going... And, so was he... Was he chasing the dwarf and the hobbit? And why? And
Why? Yeah.
There's so much. It's great.
Epic, man.
Yeah.
Epic. Oh,
Yeah.
well played, man. Well played. I've done an audio journal again. And just uploaded it. And
Awesome.
keep track of things.
Thank you.
Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for your time. It was just absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
It was awesome. Thanks, Oliver.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark. It's great.
Thanks, Brad.
All right.
Oliver.
Welcome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Enjoy your Easter with your family.
Oh, yeah, man.
Likewise, man.
Likewise. God
Likewise.
bless, my friend.
We shall, man. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Happy Easter. Cheers, guys. Legends.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Bye.